You are now watching an ASD-DOCS investigation. Hey guys, my name is Andre, and today we are exposing Lieutenant Meg Hasty, Officer Dylan Drummond, Officer Jason Moore, Detective John Kappa, Sergeant Jarrett Busa, and Detective Center of the Clearwater Police Department in Florida. The video you're about to watch is pretty clear-cut. Michael Taylor, an open carry activist, travels throughout the state of Florida exercising his right to bear arms. The videos on his YouTube channel are solid proof that police officers in the state of Florida do not know the law. Now, I'm not just talking about junior officers not knowing the law. I'm talking about senior officers, detectives with years of experience not knowing the law. We're talking about open carry law.
Which is lawful under 790.25, Section 3, subsection H. And long as I'm going to and returning from a fishing, hunting, or camping expedition, it is lawful to do it.
In fact, many of the police officers that you see in this video are more concerned about people's feelings than they are about honoring their oath to the Constitution that they swore to uphold. Now, regardless of your feelings on firearms and the Second Amendment, it is a very important right that we are fortunate to have here in the United States of America. With all of that said, let's get right into the investigation.
At Hasty's part, the most disturbing thing that she says is, Taylor appears to me to be exploiting the fishing exception to gain notoriety and attention for his cause. I don't know what cause I'm doing. I know that I'm showing people that if you do not have a concealed weapons permit, this is one of the only ways that you can lawfully carry a firearm. Once again, this proves the point, is people that do not have a concealed weapons permit, this is one of the only ways to carry. And that's why I use this law, is because I do go fishing. This is part of my life. And for her to say I'm exploiting this, I don't exploit it. I use it because this is the only way.
People.
And if they don't, and that's another thing they don't understand. They don't understand basic constitutionality. Like, if they could just sit there and read the Constitution, just the first 10 or the first 5. Let's just start with the first 5 that really pertain to them. You focus on that and things will go smooth. But they can't focus on that. They focus on revenue, locking people up, and being feelings police, which I think is disgusting. This is feelings police stuff.
Out of all the officers that were there, which ones do you really had it in for you, do you think, or really retaliate against you, or just were the worst out of all of the other officers? Which gave you you had a bad feeling about them, if you know what I mean?
Lieutenant Meg Hasty. She was at the top. Officer Moore, he's going to be right there, right next to her. Like, just his whole demeanor, the way he spoke to me, the way all of it. Like,
how was he speaking to you?
Just like it's going to be hard to really see it on my body cam because I was so far away, but just the way he looked at me, and it's just like, I'm like, that's the face of a tyrant. And he's just like,
oh, he's waving at you.
Or something. Like, he just waving, like he's just nonchalant, like, this is okay. Like, no big deal. They all failed. Every one of them. The detectives were really bad. Like, how they became detectives, and they didn't even do any kind of detective work. They didn't even look into the law. As soon as they cuffed and stuffed me, they were saying good job, and that's when their body cams go mute, and then they stuff me in the back of a car, and then they leave. They didn't even stay for the entire duration. They left. They were out. They were like, we'll let all them deal with it.
So there you have it, guys. A citizen not breaking any laws, yet still gets detained for an excessive amount of time. The worst part about all this is it doesn't seem to matter to any of the officers involved. You even have one of the officers, Officer Jason Moore, smiling and waving at Taylor as if this is some kind of sick game. It just goes to show you that there are many officers that really enjoy flexing their power upon others. This has been an ASD-DOCS investigation. Thanks for watching.
Politically, I gave up on politics because, neither one are really doing anything for anybody. Sometimes they do. There are a few, but once again, it's like police. There are a few good apples. There's a lot of bad ones out there. And right now, politically, we're looking at a lot of bad apples in our current government that I don't agree with. There's a lot of things that they're doing. Forget about, I mean, Afghanistan and all that stuff that's going on, horrible. But the stuff that they're doing with our First Amendment rights, our Second Amendment rights, they're just going down a rabbit hole to strip us. And people don't see that. Some do, and some are waking up. But people don't care about their rights until it affects them. And then it's already too late. Where were you at when we were standing up?